വെൽക്കം ടു മൈ ചാനൽ. 7th സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡിലെ സോഷ്യൽ സയൻസിലെ സെക്കൻഡ് ചാപ്റ്ററായ മിഡീവൽ ഇന്ത്യ കൾച്ചറൽ മൂവ്മെൻറ്റ്സ് എന്ന ചാപ്റ്ററിലെ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനും ആൻസേഴ്സുമാണ് നമ്മളിവിടെ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഫസ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ, ദ എബോവ് വേഴ്സ് ഈസ് ഫ്രം പെരുമാൾ തിരുമൊഴി റിട്ടൺ ബൈ കുലശേഖര ആൾവാർ, എ ഭക്ത പോയറ്റ് ഹൂ ലിവ്ഡ് ഇൻ കേരള ഇൻ ദ 9th century. വാട്ട് ഈസ് ദ തീം ബിഹൈൻഡ് ദീസ് ലൈൻസ്? These lines indicate the supreme devotion of Kulashekara Alvar. The lyrics are about self-surrender to his beloved deity. True devotion and love for the Lord is revealed through this praying. If he should be reborn as a doe on the Tiruvengada hill, or a fish in its pond, or a chembaga flower, or a pillar on the hill, or as a step at the door of the temple. Second question, what is Bhakti movement? Bhakti is the total submission of one's life to God. The ideas and activities that arise out of Bhakti are known as Bhakti movement. Sambandar, Sundarar, Manikyavasaka. Next question, make a note on the changes that South Indian Bhakti movement brought about in the social system. First point, the Bhakti movement emerged as a popular movement in Tamil Nadu. Next, Alvars and Nanas traveled from place to place singing devotional songs in vernacular languages, which helped in spreading devotion among people. Next point, the compositions of Bhakta poets had a great impact on the common people when evil practices and inequality were dominant. Next point, the meaningless customary practices that prevailed in the society were questioned. Next point, irrespective of caste, all sections of the society were attracted to the Bhakti movement. Next point, the writings of Alvars and Nanas popularized Hinduism. Next question, the writings of the Alvars known as Dash, Nalaira, Divya Prabandham. The writings of the Nanas known as Dash, Tirumuraigal. Next question, prominent poets of the Bhakti movement, devotees of Vishnu or Alvars, Kulashekara Alvar, Periyalvar, Nammalvar, Andal. Devotees of Shiva or Nayanars, Karakal Ammayar, Appar, Sambandar, Sundarar, Manikyavasaka. Next question, write a note about Anubhava Mandapam. Anubhava Mandapam was a spiritual forum founded by Basavanna in the 12th century CE. Next point, Allama Prabhu and Akka Mahadevi led the discussion in the Anubhava Mandapam. Next point, everyone was allowed to participate in the discussions irrespective of caste and gender. Next point, people used to come to Anubhava Mandapam for spiritual discussion and renewal of knowledge. Next point, the ideas that emerged in the discussion were conveyed to the people in the name of vajanas. Next question, list out the key features of the social conditions during that period. Answers, caste discrimination existed, child marriage existed, superstitions existed. Next question, who was the philosopher, social reformer and poet who lived in Kannada Desha in the 12th century? Answer, Basavanna. Next question, which social reform movement was founded by Basavanna? Veerashaiva movement. Next question, what is the main ideas of Veerashaiva movement? Freedom, equality and social justice. Next question, write the major activities of the Veerashaiva movement. First point, Brahmanical supremacy and the authenticity of the Vedas were questioned. Next point, people were educated against caste discrimination and discrimination against women. Next point, monotheism was encouraged. Next point, convinced the people about the greatness of work and labor. Next point, he opposed child marriage and encouraged marriage after puberty and widow remarriage. The Veerashaiva movement questioned the caste system and inequalities. Evaluate this statement. Answer. Veerashaiva movement was a social reform movement founded by Basavana in 12th century. Next point, Basavana decided to make people aware of the social and religious discrimination that existed in the society and endeavored to wipe them out. Next point, Basavana put forward a vision based on freedom, equality and social justice. Next point, through the Veerashaiva movement founded by him, he coordinated these ideas. Next point, Brahmanical supremacy and the authenticity of the Vedas were questioned. People were educated against caste discrimination and discrimination against women. Monotheism was encouraged. Convinced the people about the greatness of work and labor, he opposed child marriage and encouraged marriage after puberty and widow remarriage. Next question. Kabir propagated his idea through such hymns known as dash dohas. Next question. To what extent did Kabir's ideas help to promote equality and religious harmony among the people? Answer. First point. Kabir stood for Hindu-Muslim unity and brotherhood. Next point, he reminded that the Hindus and Muslims are two vessels made of the same soil. Next point, he argued that caste system, untouchability, religious rituals, post-death rites, idol worship, etc. were meaningless. Next point, Kabir criticized all kinds of discrimination based on caste, religion, race, legacy, wealth, etc. Next question, you have read Kabir's Doha and Stories, textbook page number 30. Add your findings below. Answer. People call God by different names. Next point. Kabir made people think against the superstitions. Next point. Only treatment can cure the diseases. Next point. He rejected religious traditions completely. Next point. He convinced the people about the greatness of work and labor. Next point. Kabir stood for Hindu-Muslim unity and brotherhood. Next question. Read the story of Guru Nanak, textbook page number 31. What idea did you get from this story? It is unjust to rob others of their wealth. Apologize if you get it wrong. Be honest in life. Next question. Make a note on the methods adopted by Guru Nanak to propagate the ideas of religious tolerance and universal brotherhood. Answer. Guru Nanak attempted to harmonize the ideas of different religions. Next point, he traveled within and outside India to propagate his thoughts. Next point, Guru Nanak was against the meaningless religious rituals. Next point, he attempted to propagate the messages of one God. Next point, he promoted the ideals of equality, brotherhood, love, goodness, and religious tolerance. Next point, caste discrimination, pilgrimage, etc. were rejected by him. Next point, economic inequality was questioned and people were encouraged to abstain from using intoxicants. Next point, he emphasized the importance of the langar or community kitchen where all classes of people could eat together. Next point, his ideas later paved the way for the formation of Sikhism. Next question, birthplace of Guru Nanak. Talavandi in Sheikhpura, Punjab. Next question, discuss the significant role of Mirabai, Akka Mahadevi, etc. in growth of the Bhakti movement. Answer. With the advent of Bhakti movement, many women took to composing and singing hymns and songs to worship the deity of their choice. Next point, Mirabai was a Rajput princess who lived in Chittoor, Rajasthan, gave up all worldly comforts and immersed herself in devotion to Krishna. Bhajans composed by Mirabai are very popular. Next point, Kairakal Ammayar and Andal were famous devotee protesters from Tamil Nadu. Their compositions express deep devotion to their favorite deity. Akkama Mahadevi was a prominent figure in the Veerashaiva movement. She led discussions against the social and spiritual oppressions the women faced those days. Bahina Bai and Soyara Bai of Maharashtra and Lal Dad of Kashmir also controlled to the growth of the Bhakti movement. Next question, what are the main results of the Bhakti movement? There were progressive changes in the social and religious spheres. Next point, caste system and special privileges were questioned. Next point, the concept of social equality emerged. Next point, thoughts about the ideas of equality between men and women were formed. Next point, convinced people about the greatness of occupation. Next question, doesn't this incident tell us the Khusro, who was not afraid of death, was afraid of the displeasure of his Sufi Sheikh Nizamuddin Aulia? Textbook page 34. What else did you learn from this story? Answer, Sufis wanted to stay away from the wealth and power. Sufis gave importance to spiritual life. Next question, what is Sufism? Sufism is an Islamic devotional movement which originated in Central Asia. Prepare the information required to make a flip book on Sufi movement in the format of a flip page. The information needed to make the flip is given below. First point, Sufis were those who accepted devotion as a means to approach God. Next point, Sufi scholars thought that one of the ways to access God was devotional singing. Next point, they traveled among the common people and propagated Sufi principles. Emphasis was given to the concepts of monotheism, fraternity, humanity, and devotion to God. Next point, the Sufi movement reached India by the 12th century. Next point, the Sufi masters were the ones who gave importance to spiritual life, abstaining from luxurious life. Next point, the Sufi master was called Pir or Sheikh and his followers were called Murid. Next point, the Kangas where the Sufis reside were the social center of the time. Next point, Qawwalis are devotional songs rendered in a special chanting style called Sama in the Sufi centers. Next point, during the Sultanate and Mughal period, Sufis were able to bring about unity among different religious sects. Next question, major Sufi masters in India and the regions related to them. Prominent Sufi masters and regions: Sheikh Shihabuddin Suhrawardi, Sylhet; Sheikh Nizamuddin Aulia, Delhi; Khaja Muhyiddin Chishti, Ajmer. Prepare a note on how the Bhakti movement helped in growing vernacular languages. First point, answer, first point, Bhakti Sufi propagators used vernacular language to spread their ideas among the common people. This led to the growth of regional languages. Next point, many devotional poems were composed in a language like Tamil, Punjabi, Bengali, Marathi, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, etc. The next point, many other literary works in vernacular languages were also composed. Next point, Urdu, a combination of Persian and Hindi, is an example of India's cultural integration. Next point, Amir Khusro was one of the most prominent writers of the Urdu language during this period. Next point, Kabir's Dohas enriched the Hindi language. Next point, Mahabharata, Ramayana and other works have been translated into various regional languages. This led to the rejuvenation of language and literature. Next question, what were the changes happened in the society as a result of Bhakti Sufi movement? Observe the given illustration. Answer, religious tolerance. Next point, attitude against caste discrimination. Next point, attitude question imposed customs. Next point, social equality. Next point, brotherhood and humanity. Next point, Hindu Muslim unity. Next, monotheism. Next point, growth of vernacular languages. Next point, gender equality. Next point, cultural integration. Next question, how the Bhakti Sufi movements contributed to the emergence of a syncretic culture in modern India? Answer, the medieval Indian society was characterized by severe hierarchical issues and social inequalities. Bhakti Sufi movements have played a critical role in reducing conflicts, bringing people together and creating an atmosphere of peace and harmony. These movements were successful in bringing the ideas of different religions to the common people. Next point, the influence of Bhakti and Sufi ideas helped people belong to different castes and religions to coexist. Next point, the hallmarks of modern Indian society such as communal harmony, unity in diversity, fraternity, equality and pluralism have evolved from the influence of Bhakti Sufi movements. പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനും ആൻസേഴ്സുമാണ് ഇതുവരെ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്തത്. എല്ലാവർക്കും ഉപകാരപ്പെടുമെന്ന് വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു. താങ്ക് യു.